I'm Trevor McCue with Maize and Blue Review, and this is Buy or Sell Hot Takes Michigan Spring Game. Peyton O'Leary was arguably the star of the Maize and Blue spring game on Saturday, with Devin Gardner and Jake Buck calling him their MVP for the game. 6 receptions, over 120 yards. O'Leary was a star of last spring as well, heading into fall camp, where Ronnie Bell said he was one of the better players on the team. We did not see that translate to the field. So this year, with more competition and reps to happen in the top 6 wide receivers, could Peyton O'Leary be a top 6 receiver this year? I'm going to buy. I think he'll be a backup on the X. Don't know if he'll be a solid contributor this year, but I do think he could be one of the top 6 receivers for Michigan. A player who had a difficult Saturday was wide receiver converted corner AMORION Walker, arguably one of the most hyped players of the spring. Got to see his first reps and a lot of action in the spring game, and he struggled. 3 pass interference penalties, out of place on a couple, and obviously was the main man guarding Peyton O'Leary, who had a really strong day. Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator heading into the spring game, kind of turned down some of the hype on Walker, saying obviously they love all of his tools, but it's going to take time for him to come along and develop and become a solid contributor at corner. And we got to see that on Saturday. We know he has the talent. It's about developing the skills so he can be the consistent CB2 across from Will Johnson. Not only did he struggle in the game, other corners like Jaden McBurrows, Cody Jones, Miles Pollard, and even freshman Jair Hill had really strong days on Saturday, which shows the competition there is going to be fierce. Is AMORION Walker still a starter like Jim Harbaugh said? Probably has the potential, but come week 1 of the college football season, I do not think AMORION Walker will be starting for the Wolverines. I'm going to sell on Walker as a starting CB2. Another strong performance Saturday came from freshman running back Benjamin Hall. Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, CJ Stokes, and Cole Cabana all missed the game on Saturday, which gave the other running backs in the depth chart an opportunity to shine, and nobody shined more than Benjamin Hall. Coming out of nowhere, kind of a lower-rated recruit in the 2023 class, Hall has had a really strong spring. He looks good physically. He knows the playbook. He showed really good vision and patience on Saturday, and his running back coach, Mike Hart, even compared him to former Michigan running back Hassan Haskins. Has Benjamin Hall taken the lead for the RB3 position? I don't think so. I do think CJ Stokes is going to be a player to watch there when he comes back healthy. And Cole Cabana has a different skill set than Benjamin Hall, but I do think he's going to be battling for reps as well. Hall's future looks bright, and a lot of people, including myself, were underrating Hall, so I am buying him. But as the RB3 for the 2023 season, I'm going to sell. One of the biggest reasons Michigan has been so successful the last 2 seasons has been the improved pass rush, whether it was Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo in 2021 or a committee approach led by Mike Morris last season. Michigan's ability to get to the quarterback has been a big reason they've beat Ohio State 2 years in a row and won the Big Ten championship. After Saturday's spring game and strong performances by Braden McGregor, Derek Moore, Jalen Harrell, and transfer Josiah Stewart, a lot of folks are saying this could be Michigan's best pass rush yet. I tend to agree, not just because of the edge rushers, but also defensive tackles Mason Graham, Chris Jenkins, and Kenneth Grant all showed the ability to get to the quarterback. And at linebacker, Junior Colson, Michael Barrett, Ernest Hausman, and a healthy Nakai Hill-Green give Michigan a lot of options to once again attack the quarterback with a committee approach, but also potentially have Hutchinson or Ojabo level production from players like Braden McGregor, Derek Moore, or transfer Josiah Stewart. I am buying. This is going to be the best Michigan pass rush yet. Although we didn't get to see all of Michigan's best players on Saturday, we did get to see how deep and talented this 2023 roster is. Whether you consider the players that could have gone to the NFL like Blake Corum and Zach Zinter returning, whether you consider underclassmen like Will Johnson and Mason Graham coming back for sophomore breakout seasons, or incoming transfers like Ernest Hausman, Josiah Stewart, AJ Barner. This roster, top to bottom, at nearly every position, is as good as it's ever been. Jim Harbaugh says this is the best roster he's had coming out of spring practice in his career. So, with all that said, should Michigan's expectations this year be national championship or bust? I'm buying Natty or bust for the 2023 Michigan Wolverines. Make sure to head over to michigan.rivals.com to subscribe to access to our Intel premium content and Michigan board community, The Den. I am Trevor McCue. This has been Buy or Sell Hot Takes Michigan Spring Game Edition, brought to you by the Maize and Blue Review.